Solo Leveling Episode 3. It's like a game. So we're going to talk about it. Welcome back, Geek Variant. So today we're talking about Solo Leveling Episode 3. It's like a game. And definitely dealing with a lot of the ramifications from the last episode where things just kind of went off the rails real quick for Jinwoo and everything that was going on. So, thank you for joining us. Make sure that if you haven't already, make sure you hit that lovely red subscribe button. We are trying to get as many videos out as we can on a regular basis. Now, this episode starts off with some wild stuff as far as his ability level. They're trying to check and see what's going on with him. So he ends up waking up. Bam, there he is. He's inside the hospital. He's alive. He's still got his foot, his arm. He's not stabbed through the chest. Everything is where it should be, which is, surprising for him because everybody was getting murdered. But it looks like he was sacrificed as the tribute. He's the one who proved his courage, and he's willing to sacrifice himself for everybody that he cares about. And definitely didn't expect for it to kind of turn out the way it did. Now, I'm really interested as to how this plays out because now he's starting to get these screens, which he got in the last episode. He gets these ability screens and stuff to start, these little message screens to start popping in. But I really want to know what the Hunters Guild, the association, what are they going to do about it? Because they actually show up to talk to him and try to figure out if he's had what's called a second awakening, which pretty much where you start off you're like an E or D rank or something like that, and apparently that's when you get your awakening. You become an E or D rank or whatever, and then you get boosted to like an A rank or even an S rank with a second awakening, and they're trying to see if he's had one. So they do this little test with the mana meter. He still shows up as 10. So I guess most E or D rank hunters are supposed to be at like at least 70. So with him being a 10, so there's no second awakening, there's no nothing, and they kind of drive away disappointed. They're like, okay, well, calling the boss, hey, it's not that. So they're trying to figure out whatever else is going on, and these gates are starting to pop up more often. But like those ability screens I was talking about, these are now popping up with notifications telling him what he's got to do or what his, I guess, assigned task is for the day. And if he doesn't complete it, he gets a penalty. All right. That penalty, wasn't sure what it was going to be, but his strength training was very simple. You had to do push-ups, like 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, like a 10-kilometer run, and some squats, like 100 squats. He's in the hospital. He's like, I'm too tired. I'm not going to do it. Like, I'm not worried about it. He ended up catching a penalty. And his penalty was this. He had to survive for 4 hours running away from this giant sand centipede. And I think it was more than one. There's a couple of them, and he's running for 4 hours. Like, talk about, okay, you didn't get your training in, we're going to make sure you get your training in. And this is as soon as it hit, midnight, he was transported into this other dimension, and, he just got to run, figure it out, survive. So once he got on board, understand, okay, that was my penalty, that he survived, so he got a little reward for surviving. Not sure what the reward was. But as he does his daily training, he gets rewards, one being a full recovery. So immediately full recovery right after he finishes his training so that he's back and he's ready to go. He's fit for battle. After that, he gets his ability points. So he's able to take these ability points and spread them wherever he sees fit as far as his strength, his agility, perception, vitality, intellect, all of this stuff is going to help him be a better hunter. And I wasn't I guess he gets kind of 3 ability points for level. So every day he's leveling up, and this is where a solo level comes in. Every day he's leveling up until he gets the chance to, I guess, go back into a dungeon. And then what he got was reward was a key, and this is for something called an instance dungeon. So with this instance dungeon, he jumps right in and is like, hey, this is going in. You're going in, do some training, and he's got to either go in and end up defeating the boss, or he's got to use a teleportation crystal. And the thing is, he can kind of see what's going on. So he sees people walking out of the subway because this is where the instance dungeon was. So he put the key in for the subway, and he can see them. They can't see him. They can get out. He can't. So he's in an alternate dimension, or he's kind of like phased out or something like that, to where he's operating in this area, this subway station. But again, it's an alternate version of it. So he just got to survive. And as soon as he gets in there, bam, goblins on deck, ready to go. Now, you remember he already had issues with goblins in the past where they shanked him one good time, and he was not ready for it. So he's definitely on his game now, and with him having increased strength because he put all his original ability, his first set of ability points into increased strength. Now he's ready to go, and now he's scrapping with these guys. And this is absolutely good. The animation is fantastic. Again, I'm loving it. I'm really getting a feel because like when he looks scared, like I feel like he's scared. When he's like focused, he's trying to get in there. Like you see that look. He's got that look in his eye, like he's trying to survive. Like he is going to figure this out one way or another. And this is just really getting into the character, and how far he's come so far and how far he has to go. So I'm really loving this show. They ended off on a banger, so of course they didn't finish the instance dungeon. It ends up with bam. Now he's got some kind of like wolfhound to deal with, and the episode ends. Bam, coming at him, and he's got to figure out what's going on. And we know episode 4 is I've got to get stronger, so which means he's still not strong enough to deal with the basic goblins and stuff that shanked him beforehand. So next episode, I think is definitely. I don't think he's gonna finish the dungeon, maybe possibly so with that, but he's in there to I guess figure it out and get stronger. And these are gonna be a massive boost to his ability points, and he's gonna end up having to go meet up with some of the other characters at some point. Uh, I Hunter Lee, like she's undergoing psychiatric evaluation because of all the trauma and stuff she went through, and she was requested to go into a dungeon because they don't have enough people, so they requested her to go. So I think she's going to go into this dungeon, and she's going to see Jinwoo at some point. He's going to come in there and and he's going to save her or something like that, and she's going to have a renewed sense of ability, and that's going to be his healer because that's what she does, and she's going to keep him going throughout that. That's kind of my prediction so far. I think that the writing is great. I've been schooled a couple of things. Apparently, this isn't a manga because this is colored and stuff. So it's like manhwa or something. I gotta look more into this. So I just kind of came across that as I was kind of getting ready for this video. So um, I'm excited about this. I haven't read any of the books or whatever it's referred to as. I'm gonna keep calling it manga because that's all I know at this point in time until I learn the full terms. But I definitely wanna read this. This is kind of what's got my attention. Demon Slayer, My Hero are two that are on my list to read, and now this one. I got a couple more to go to figure out. But again, I enjoy the shows. I enjoy the shock and surprise. So with the manga being available, it's definitely going to be um, a lot more detailed, a lot more involved. So I definitely want to check it out. Now, this part, I want to shout out to everybody. I want to thank everybody for 600 subscribers. We have reached 600 subscribers, and we are very happy about it. We are very thankful for it. We appreciate everyone that has subscribed so far and continue to watch our videos. Even if you haven't subscribed, we appreciate your patronage. We appreciate you showing up, watching the videos, kind of checking us out, hanging out with us, commenting, everything. It's all appreciated. So thank you for that. More and more. If you haven't subscribed, by all means, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make it 601, 602, and just keep going. We're just, aiming to just keep getting bigger and better as much as possible to give you guys as much high quality content as we can. So again, thank you for that. Solo Leveling episode 4. Can't wait to see it. And we will catch you guys in the next one.